Thank you very much. The issue of politics was raised in the first question. And I guess you share my feeling that when we discuss the political structures of our countries and the world, and compare it with what we heard here before about this new world, we are moving back into a stone age. The political structures and our concepts are not up to the challenges of the present and of the future. But I guess there is no way than to try to muddle through. All that reminds me of a meeting with Gromyko when he was foreign minister still in '85. Genscher, who was German foreign minister, explained to him that we were entering into a new age called information age. And Gromyko listened with visible intensity. I was sitting next to him and was absolutely fascinated because his ears turned redder and redder. And when Genscher had finished, he said, Mr. Genscher, do I understand that in this new age of yours, the working masses will no longer be in factories and plants? And it made click. The power base of the socio-economic model of the Soviet Union, the Communist Party, was doomed. And it didn't last long until it disappeared. So my first point to you is, when we hear about problems in Russia, many people are more than ready to say they go back. So just let us understand, the Soviet Union is gone and it will not come back. But our Russian neighbors and friends have great difficulty in making up their mind on how they want to be governed. But what they don't like, to be told by us how they should be governed. And this is what we are just experiencing. There was an outcry in the West with Pussy Riot and with all that happened before the election and Putin returning and all that. And I think a lot of this outcry had to do with disappointment on the side of friends of Russia. Are we wrong to believe that market economy, which is more or less working in Russia quite well, private property and all that, we assumed it would lead to the creation of a middle class, which would be a backbone of a pluralistic political system, which would lead to rule of law and all that. And so we're asking ourselves, were we wrong? Are they going somewhere else? Maybe, a new third way model of future socio-economic model? Very complicated question. This is sort of macro politics, which are not dealing at all with the issues we were discussing. But anyway, I would make the following point. In the last 300 years between Russia and the West, relations have never been as friendly as they are today, which is an achievement. The Russians are worried about the state of affairs in our countries, not only Europe and European Union, but also United States, the double deficit problems, all that. And they are worried about global shift of economic and maybe in the future political power. So they understand very well, in addition to the domestic problems they have, their relative weight internationally is not growing, maybe it is reduced by these trends. So they tried to correct the situation, they tried to create a Eurasian Union to add weight and size to what they have. It seems to me they're trying to copy in a certain way the European integration model. But will it help? I'm not so sure, because the countries with whom they are teaming up are not adding a lot to their ability to solve the problems they have, in particular the lack of modernization. So I think the point we have to make is Russia would be better off, and the European Union would be better off if we cooperated. And I think this cooperation has to start, since political is difficult, in the economic sphere, and that implies energy in particular. Energy efficiency, modernization. And that's what we are talking about, we're trying to bring about, a new agreement between the European Union and Russia. We're happy that they joined the World Trade Organization. And we are wondering whether Putin, other than Medvedev, is interested in modernization of what we want. He is in the economic, technological part, not so much in the political. But economic and political is a good beginning. And for him, a middle class, Mittelstand, we would say in Germany, is the key to what he tries to achieve. So he uses different words. Where does this fund come in? It is an expression of something very interesting in Russia. Here is one of the 83 federation subjects, we would say Bundesstaaten, which has the money and the strategic farsightedness to say, I wanted to go and modernize my part of Russia and make it a leader in Russia in modernization. That is something very admirable and tells us that even though things are not perfect, they have the liberty and the courage to do so. And I must say, Tatarstan is an excellent partner in this fund, and it is, as far as corporate governance is concerned, absolutely clean. So welcome to the Europe Tatarstan Clean Technology Fund. You won't regret it. Thank you.